Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. Welcome to Sales Chatter, the logistics podcast where we aim to help 10,000 reps hit a million GP. I'm your co-host, just in time, Ryan. And with me is the Bodacious Cowboy, the president and CEO of RGTX Logistics Solutions, Jeff Dickinson. How you doing this morning, my man?
Good, my man. I can't believe that it's Friday. This week just absolutely flew by. And with that said, let's get into Fun Day Friday. Let's go.
To the HPLS podcast. Live, relevant, and high performance information, conversations, and education weekly.
Fun Day Fridays. I think we might be onto something. I think we gotta make that a thing. I saw something funny this morning, Jeff. I don't know if it's really funny. It's a kind of a bad omen. So you know how you're telling me about, was it Pensatani Phil? That's
Tony,
the Pensatani. So I was trying to pronounce his name. I was looking up the Canadian version. Our guy Fred, he actually died before they actually had the crap. So they went to go get him and they found him dead. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to
I'll tell you right now, folks, he did not repeat. See his shadow.
people saw his other shadow. And because I was gonna lead off with that, and I was like, oh man, what a bad omen. But yeah, so we don't know. We don't know here in Canada if we're gonna have 6 weeks, but it is freezing cold here in Toronto, Jeff.
Oh,
Like
here
we it
too.
was it's like the dogs went outside this morning, they lifted their paws and they barked to come back inside after they peed. But here's the funny thing. Tuesday is gonna be like 15 degrees. So
I'm,
I don't understand what's
I
going
swear
on.
to God. I mean, I like wearing, I got shorts on right now. I'm just that flip-flop short kind of guy that all year round. And this morning at 6 o'clock, I put my dog on the leash and I'm outside, man. It's like freaking 14, 15 degrees, and I'm just walking around the backyard. People are probably saying, who is this guy?
Yeah. Oh no, they're like, it's Jeff. It's the Bodacious Cowboy.
Yes, the
It's
Cowboy. No problem, guys. I got it handled.
that's normal. That's normal. Don't worry about him. It's like anytime they bring like real estate agents, they're like, yeah, Jeff is the guy.
I mean, I can go out there for a little while, but I'm not going to stand out there for hours on end. I always did it as a kid too, so it's like,
That was
what
the
better
one
way?
thing.
What better way to sit behind your desk and do your job in shorts and flip flops, man? I mean, seriously, just being comfortable is just like,
Yeah.
oh man, I don't know.
Yeah, at my mom's house, I used to work in shorts, but we have 3 floors at our house, so 3 floors plus a basement. So we got high elevation. The first floor where my office is, it's always cold, and the doors are right there. So I'm a Nike sweats kind of guy. So it's kind of cool to think about that. But anyways, Jeff, you were on Hold My Beer yesterday. How did that go? How was the conversation?
Oh man, we always have a great conversation there. Got a little heated up, but you know what? That's what's good about it. I mean, it's like on our show here. We agree to disagree, but we try to get our point across with many different views and let the audience, make those decisions on how they want to move forward based on what we discuss. It's the same thing that we do here. A little different, but it's always a great conversation with those guys. I have so much fun, and I think they do too. We have good conversations after the show and prior to the show as well.
Exactly, and it's just about that community that you kind of build, and it kind of segues into something. Not well, I didn't plan this, but one of the speeches that I saw this week was that your network is your net worth, and it was basically somebody's speech. Rochelle, she was having a speech about, hey, just talking about that, right? And she actually started off with kind of saying like, where do you want to be, and look at the sum of your people around you, and are they going to help you get to that level? And we talk about inner circles all the time here, and I think it's just really important to communicate. Like, I had an amazing conversation with Matt Dahl last night.
I
We
read
just
that.
had I love that kid, man. That kid's amazing, and he's doing amazing things. And I one thing that I mentioned to tell him is that if this was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, my mindset and how LinkedIn was at that time would be like, why would I want to talk to another freight broker? We're competitors. Why would I want to do that? This was like 4 or 5 years ago, but now it's completely open. It's like one of the most supportive networking that you can do. Like, if I was brand new, I would just immerse myself in LinkedIn, get information from everybody and go to town.
Yep.
So like you and I are
Put
connected.
those swimming goggles on and those fins and just dive in there, man. I mean,
Yeah, just go all in. It's one of the best things you can do. And this week, we're already into the first week of February. So one thing that I've been working on, Jeff, like I've cut out sugar for the past like 2 weeks, and I'm trying to like keep that kind of going. And see, I do crave it because my wife always has cookies and chocolates and all that stuff in the pantry. But I don't know, I'm just seeing the effects of like not being on sugar, And one thing, as Damon's on here this morning, that we talked about is the person that I want to become and that I'm going to become. He needs to have a healthy mind, body, and spirit, right? So my body's got to be all out there, right? And you've never really seen somebody, not somebody who's been successful, but I think like you try to take away and make some sacrifices. I know that you said last year and things like that, you kind of want to work a little bit on your fitness. I know it'll be a little bit too cold. Any insight on that, brother?
Terrible. I mean, I'm being honest. I don't know. Sure, having a good physique, being healthy, as well as body and mind. I really believe, and this is not a downfall of mine, but I think if you have the proper mindset, that kind of overrides everything else. If that makes any sense, it's like, yeah, I know that I'm overweight, but it's not affecting my performance or what I do or how I do it, if that makes any sense, because I enjoy what I do. So I think that it really comes down to, what do you think of yourself? Maybe you're not, maybe you lose that self-confidence because you're heavy. There's many different things that come into play. But if you're a confident type person like myself, it really doesn't matter. Sure, if I like to get into shape, yes, I have to get into shape, but it doesn't really affect what I do. But I really got to do it, man. I had this conversation with my wife the other day, and she was like, "What the hell you do?" I was just like, "I know." She goes, "Get your ass off the seat, go walk, do this."
Go walk.
It's just like, yeah. I mean, I got to do it. I really do.
Yeah, and you're gonna take that first step into that, because I think for me it's not about a confidence thing or anything like that. It's more of like, if I want to operate 10 out of 10, which I do already, my body's kind of be there. And if I kind of want to put myself out there a little bit more, let's call it a spade, right? Like, I know people will say not superficial and things like that, but hey, if you're an attractive guy or something like that, people pay a little bit more attention, right? So you just never know what can happen there. But let's get into our first question. And I titled this episode today as the first question we're gonna have today on Fun Day Fridays:
Uh-oh.
oceans or mountains, and why?
Whoa. I have to laugh. That's really funny because my wife and I, being serious, talk about this all the time. It's like I was more of a mountain guy, and then I became an ocean guy. And I go, I want to move down to Florida, sit my ass on the beach, maybe St. Pete or Siesta Key with my laptop and continue doing my business there, for a very long time. I don't want to go down there. You haven't lived there in August and it's 100 and something degrees. I'd rather be up in the mountains, So it's like, she's like, buy a small place up in the mountains and a small place down there. I don't need anything big. And I was like, so I would call myself a tweener. I mean, because I mean, seriously, I love both sides. I can't really pick one. I mean, if I had to and it was a gun to my head, I would say the ocean.
Ocean, okay.
Yeah, but I'm definitely the tweener. I like the seasons and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I hate freaking snow, but I mean, just that season when you move south and stuff like that, you kind of lose the four seasons, and maybe I would miss it. I don't know because I haven't tried it yet, but
yeah, you're kind of.
How about you? I'm gonna say that you're a mountain dude.
First, before I get to that, it's always funny because we ask a question. It's like you're always so indecisive. Like you can never like. It's always like I'm a tweener of both. I think I am mountains. I do love like going on hikes and things like that. I think the view at the top, and maybe it's a metaphor for our logistics career, right? The view at the top is always amazing to kind of see and always kind of push yourself. Okay, if I got up here in an hour and a half, let's try tomorrow to get to an hour and 20. Just every single day, kind of getting better. The oceans are, I think, as much of a tweener, I would pick the mountains. I think the mountains, they give you challenge. The ocean is calming. It's soothe. It's amazing. But whenever we go on vacation, I can only really stay in the ocean for maybe like an hour most, and then I'm like, okay, pina colada time, daiquiris time. Let's go have some fun here. But yeah, definitely a mountain person because it makes you push through, and that's why I have my dogs. Being able to go on hikes with them and let them experience that as well. I would like to take my dogs to the ocean though. That would be kind of cool to talk about because I know my golden retriever is a swimmer as well. But that's definitely the number one thing for me. Jeff, why is IPA beer gross?
I just don't like the taste. It's just it's just funny. And Mark Ridley, if he loves IPAs, and if he didn't go to buy an IPA and found that picture of me, or he says that that one that where the Bodacious Cowboy came from. You saw a picture, right? I mean, that would not have evolved from that, But I mean, there's there's so many, man. There's thousands of IPAs out there. It's like
so bitter.
How many do you have to try out before you hit one you like? I mean, that's the whole thing, I don't know.
I kind of lined you up that one. I threw that 90-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle for you to kind of hit that out. For me, I've never liked. I'll say this: I'm not really even a beer guy. Period. Like I'll drink beer like socially, but I'm kind of like people. Please don't judge me for this, but I'm a Bud Light Lime kind of guy. Like I like the soft kind of Coors Lights and things like that. Like I'm not like I tried Guinness the other day and I'm like, oh god, like that was gross. That was probably one of the most gross beer for me. But I'm a more. Are you a beer guy or are you more of like a spirits kind of guy? As his internet cuts out. I'm from the West Indies, so we're from Trinidad and Tobago. So growing up, one of the biggest things for us, not growing up because I wasn't an alcoholic growing up and I'm not alcoholic now, but Johnny Walker Black. That is we're Scotch guys. Black and ginger ale is a go-to drink for social settings. But getting back to it, Jeff, are you a beer or are you a spirit guy?
Well, I think more of a spirit guy. I like the Bass ales. I like the dark lagers, Guinness, 12 horses, Jenny. I've drank many different types of it, but I kind of like the ultras too. I mean, you're talking about Coors Light and stuff. I'll never drink Miller. Sorry, so we're not going to have a sponsor there. But
that list is getting shorter.
I like Johnny Walker Black, Johnny Walker Blue, Patron. Let's see, what's the other one I like? Oh, Kettle One, my go-to for sure. And then I've got Bullet Bourbon there on my shelf. Definitely bourbon, man.
Bourbon's awesome, man. There's nothing like a perfect old fashioned. I don't care what anybody says. I love old fashioned. That's actually my number one cocktail when I kind of go into a place. And
mine too. Have you ever had a smoky?
Yes, I was actually gonna say that. Yeah, I actually had that like 3 weeks ago. So when you come to Toronto, there's a place named Joey's, and they do that perfect. We got to go.
Oh, I'm telling you, they brought it out an oak board, and they brought out a flame blower, right? And they heated up the board, turned the glass upside down, did all the shavings, orange rind, all that, put it in there, nice black cherry in there, and they had it was a perfect ice cube that was like maybe 2-inch by 2-inch square that dropped right in the middle of it, and I'm telling you, it was like one of the best I ever had. They had it down packed,
it's a science.
I hit the Manhattans and definitely the Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about that, man. I want one now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say maybe we'll do an after episode and then we'll kind of make one now. It's there's nothing like a good old fashioned for me at least. And by the way, I it's such a great, I think I got that from. It's funny how life kind of happens. I started drinking it because of Suits, the TV show. Harvey Specter. I don't know if you've ever seen that TV show. That guy is my probably my favorite character of all time. Harvey Specter. He's just got that suave, like the first scene of Suits, Jeff, is so he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer for a hot shot New York law firm. And the first shot of like the episode is, hey, we got it. Somebody gets on the phone. They're like, hey, we got to call Harvey. And then Harvey walks in, and then he like closes this person. So it's awesome thing. And coming back to like drinks and stuff, like, the reason why I kind of bring that up is I've always wanted to be a bartender. I don't know. There's something cool about being a bartender that I've always wanted to do. I've even looked up course and all that stuff. Obviously, it's not in my cars, but it's just like such a cool job to have. Is there like such a cool job that you wanted to have like when you were younger? Obviously not now, but like
I'll tell you what, I think that you would be awesome in it. And here's the reason, right?
I just smiling and just shaking it. Me and DJ.
When you're making the drinks and everything like that, the number one thing they tell a bartender is smile, because you're enjoying what you're doing. You're making somebody happy. And I could just see you sitting there behind there because you're smiling right now. It'd be like, I don't know, be like making it rain. With
those tips. Well, let's see how the face is if I'm still smiling after making like my fifth like Shirley Temple, right? So we'll kind of go from there. Jeff,
are you sure about that, man? I mean, you're 40-something years old.
Yeah. We don't judge here. Judgment-free zone here. Jeff, what's your favorite comfort food?
Ooh, comfort food. I like hot wings, man. I love hot wings because I like the habanero, sauce. I love all that. I love hot food, even indie type food. I don't know what the spices is or anything like that, but it's like you start sweating as the dish is coming over to you. You're just smelling those spices and everything. You're just starting to break out in the sweat before you even have your first bite. I don't know if anybody out there has ever had that feeling. But man, I don't know. To me, I love it.
So the follow-up question to that: drums or flats?
Flats.
Ooh, see, I'm a drums guy. I am a drums guy, and as we bring in our man, the main man himself, DJ. There he is. He's showing up. Good morning, brother. Can you hear us now?
Ready?
Yeah,
man. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Perfect. So you actually came in the right segue, my man. What's going on? What's going on, brother? So happy to see you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us. Nice to see you, buddy.
Dude. Hey, I'm glad to see you guys. It's been the year's been crazy. How about you guys? I love you guys. I love the new theme of the week and really the process of what you guys are doing.
Thanks.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, DJ. So let me ask you that question, DJ. When it comes to wings, drums or flats?
Oh, drums.
Uh-oh, I lost. Uh-oh. It looks like just in time isn't just in time anymore, man. It looks like he just froze. Must be really cold out there. Can you hear me? Yeah, you're going in and out too.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm freezing.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan is in the happy froze mode. Let me send him a message.
He is.
Uh-oh.
He's stuck there. But it's going on my side that it's my stream.
Well, yours kind of I kind of feel he bowed out. I don't know what I don't know what happened, but he's still
we totally lost him.
Yeah. I don't know.
I love your post last night. So you're taking that and Bodacious Cowboy is going full. This is
full out
brand now.
Yeah, it is a brand now.
Yes,
It's definitely a registered brand. And,
love it.
yeah, it's like everything else. What I'm creating, I got a meeting after this around that, but I'm going to be building something special. And when it does go out there, and I start creating the swag and all of that, about 10% of the profits are going to go to Mission 22, which is the prevention of veteran suicide. That has dropped a little bit. I think it's around guys a day. Imagine that veterans committing suicide. It used to be 22, but now it was down to 18, I believe. It's terrible. But I always support them every single year on the golf outings and all of that kind of stuff. So I want to pump it up, and I want to put a good product out there and help the cause, so to speaking. So good stuff going to be coming out. So what are you doing there,
man?
DJ?
That'd be awesome. I can't wait, dude. This January's been crazy for me, man. Probably relocating to Virginia Beach soon, but taking on a bigger role with loyalty brands. So it's gonna be fun.
You're gonna move down there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, sir. So anybody in Virginia Beach who has a rental right now, let me know.
Wow. So you're gonna sell your home, and your kids are all on board, all that?
Yeah, so we actually, me and Maggie have kind of been in this, and I think there's a lot of people with COVID and everything like that. We like this. Okay, let's wait and see one. And so we had when the market hit, we had me and Maggie love real estate, and she has such a great attention to detail and just her design that is what really sold our house and sold it for top dollar. But we were able to sell it while the market was hot. So we just been commenting month to month, just hanging out since then, just waiting to see what happens and kind of what's next. So everything's already aligned. We're pretty much as free as can be to kind of do what we need right now.
Wow.
So,
wow, man.
It'll
Be
fun, man.
That's exciting. The new venture.
It is. It's super exciting, dude.
Awesome.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Did we lose Ryan for good? Where'd he go?
I have no idea what happened to him, but I'm definitely going to bust his chops because of my internet always going out in the middle of some kind of conversation. But guess what? I'm still here.
I know. So, I thought it was you. Then I thought it was me. It's him.
He's going to hear it. He's definitely going to hear it from me. So, what are you doing this weekend, man?
This week, nothing actually. Thankfully, finally, the weekends have been kind of crazy between Maggie working, picking up a few hours here and there before everything, and it's been kind of nuts. So it's nice. Nothing really except just that. Let's just in that Zen mode and really enjoy it. What about you?
Yeah,
any big plans?
I don't know. I'm like one of those spontaneous type people that I don't plan the weekend. I mean, a lot of people do that. I don't know. It might be because they had a hard week or something, so they want to think about something on the weekend, and they kind of think about it on a Monday for a Saturday adventure, or some people just like myself, just fly by the seat of their pants. You wake up in the morning, hey, you know what? Let's go do this, and that's why.
So I love that. I love that. And I'll tell you, so my dad, very similar. So I have that same kind of, I'm from, okay, hey, where's the wind taking me today? And so nothing's really, and my dad's always, Maggie cannot stand that. So we, that's that, that's the battle. Yeah.
I'll tell you, for many, many years when I working, and that's what I like about Fun Day Fridays here on HBLS. Just to break up the week, because let's face it, logistics is hard, and people are under the gun, and they're just can't wait for the weekend and they want to end the week on a smile. That's what we try to do here, to kind of break that up. We're kind of serious Monday through Thursday, and then Friday we kind of break that up. But I'll tell you, like, what I used to do, and I put a post out yesterday. I am a cowboy at heart. Been that way for a while.
I know you are. I love it.
Yeah, my daughter was heavily involved with rodeos. She was a professional barrel racer. We used to pack up our 3-horse trailer or rig right after I got out of work on a Friday, and just hit the East Coast or in Midwest, upstate
awesome.
New York, all that, and just drive, and then basically go kick some A and pack up and we used to stay in so many hotels all over the freaking place, but now most of our horses are gone. We actually just got rid of one more of ours, so we're down to one. I used to have 12. We're in that part of life that changes how to be made. We think about ourselves, but hey, I'm so happy for logistics and having the ability to support what we do. And family first, man. Logistics second. I posted that. Always should be, man. If you do that in this business, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right, man. Have a lot of people to be thankful for.
Yes,
definitely all the way.
Hey, go over there. I'm on kid duty right now.
I got a question for you. If you were gonna do something else, in your life, what would that something be?
Other than what I'm doing right now?
Yeah, just something that you always wanted to do but were afraid to do.
So that's a tough question for me. Everything I've ever wanted to try, I try. When I was a kid, I was so afraid of everything, and I think I'm still trying to figure that out. I think once we hit 40, we start to really figure ourselves out and get worrying about everybody else. And so I've been on that journey, and I was afraid of everything. Everything. I mean, my youngest brother, he's born in '84, 4 years younger than I am. Hey, there he is.
So Power's out.
Brother.
Oh,
my youngest brother, 4 years younger than I am. He would try everything. I was afraid of everything. So I think there was something throughout that period of time with me being younger that I said, I'm just going to try everything. So, I mean, I've never, to my detriment, yes, now I'm seeing it as my detriment. I've tried everything. Like, there's nothing that I would try now because I feel like I gave up so much time not trying when I was younger. And so what I'm doing right now is what I guess I've always wanted to do with franchising and being involved more of on a higher level when it comes to that, and just helping. I didn't realize the experience I had with a lot of smaller businesses and how these certain franchises can really, it gives the people the ability to do what they love with who they love. And most of the stuff is very local based and do it. And so, I don't think I do anything other than what I'm doing right now. Life's led me here.
I'll tell you one thing, and I'm sure you haven't done this, but one of my greatest fears that I want to try to overcome is go parachuting. I mean, I
would do that, but I'm not scared. I just want to jump out of a plane because I want to feel the rush of jumping out of a plane. I want to feel it.
Somebody said to me, "What are you, nuts? Why would you want to jump out of a perfectly good plane?" I mean, and it's funny. I got a fear of heights. And it's funny, if I get on a plane and I'm traveling from New Jersey to California and up at 35, 40,000 feet, I can look out the window and I don't have any problems whatsoever, But if I'm in a tall building and I look out the window, I'm like, I don't know. It's almost like
legs start getting weak.
It's really funny because the Twin Towers, God rest all those souls that were lost there. But I took my wife there after her graduation of FIT in the city, and we went up to Windows of the World. And when you were on the top of the World Trade Center, when you looked out of it, they didn't have billboards that were vertical. They were horizontal. They were on the rooftops below, because they knew people that were up 106 stories would be looking out, and they would see, company names and all of this kind of stuff. And I started like, I'm going like this. So I had to hit the bar, and I had about 7 drinks, and I was like crawling up to the window to take a peek out of it. And the more drinks I had, the better feeling I had about it. It was unbelievable. But that was that was pretty scary for me. I definitely have that fear. I'm not afraid to say it, but man, I like to overcome fear.
We got to do like a sales chatter, like what do you call it? Like a sales chatter retreat where we basically pick one fear each, and we all do it together as a team. Like let's make it happen. We're gonna put that into the universe.
What's your fear, Ryan? What is your fear, my friend?
You know what? Heights, man. Heights. I hate roller coasters. I legit hate roller coasters.
Really?
Like, see, I'm that type in the group where we go to, we have a theme park here called Wonderland. It's kind of like Six Flags, but more rides. But I'm the type to go to Wonderland just so I can eat the funnel cakes. I can hold everyone's bags and take the pictures and play the games. But yeah, I hate roller coasters, man. It's something about me, man. Whenever I do roller coasters, it's not like I've never done them before, but when I do them, I get that butterfly in my stomach, but then it feels like I'm gonna throw up. So even I've even done it on empty stomachs, and it's just I hate heights, man. I can't.
It's not height to me. It's like one thing I would love to do. It's not on my to-do list, but I'd like to do it is go to Dubai and take the Ferrari roller coaster. It does 120 miles an hour. And it's long, man. You should look it up on YouTube. This thing is kick ass. I mean, I used to drag race and build hot rods and all that kind of stuff. I love driving fast. I still do now. But that thing, I would love it, man. I would love to do that.
That's crazy to think about. It's just like with all of us, it would be so. We should definitely do it. I'm so down for it. I know I missed out some since power went out, but DJ, so nice to have you here, man. It's always a pleasure when you're here with us.
Oh, dude, thank you guys for inviting. Sorry, I'm late.
It's all good, man. There's no
I got my visitor here.
Hi.
Yeah, bring her on, man. It's all good, man. We're a family show. Hey, what's going on, cutie? We're a family show. I do the same with my dogs. I always gotta put myself on mute and yell at my dogs for barking, because there's one who's always barking.
Hey, come over there!
What's your name?
Hi.
What's your name?
Here, come. We'll make you famous real quick. Say hi.
What's your name? Hi. Oakley, how old are you?
How old are you?
How old are you, Oakley?
3.
Wow. Wow. Great.
Oakley is adorable.
So, thank you guys for having me. Again, it's late on Kid Video. Yep, bye.
Bye.
After this show, we're actually going to have kids chatter. So it's going to be all the kids,
Yes,
kids chatter after this.
For another segment of Kids Chatter.
We have too much fun on this show, man. We have way too much fun.
Yep. Kids Chatter starring Oakley.
Yeah, your host with the Bodacious cowgirl.
There you go.
the Bodacious cowgirl.
You gotta get that trademark in. You gotta talk to Uncle Jeff about that one. Yeah. So TJ, it's always so nice to have you here, man. It's you've been here through the beginning of inception of the show and things like that, and to kind of see your growth and see all the positivity that you guys all kind of show, and even for myself, and Jeff can attest to this too. Your support is so crazy. It's amazing to kind of see yourself and Maggie. It's amazing. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for being here, man. It's awesome to kind of see.
Of course, dude. Thank you for inviting me again. I'll try to try to work out the Friday so they're a little bit smoother. But yeah, I'd love being on here with you guys on Friday. So
Awesome.
Awesome.
Try to make it all the time. Don't be late, or you're gonna get me.
I'll try not to.
All right, DJ. So as we're coming down to the end of it, as Fridays, we're gonna have this amazing weekend coming up. What are you boys getting up to on the weekend?
I don't know yet.
Yeah,
DJ
so
and I were just
no big
talking
plans
about
on the
that.
weekend.
I'm a fly by your pants kind of guy. It's like, should we go out to dinner again? Go to a casino. Go to the mountains. Go see something, movie. I don't know. I mean, it's just like. I would rather have a little bucket, write down all the things that we'd like to do, and just, every other weekend somebody puts their
Good
hand
idea. Yeah, just pick.
and that's it.
That's a great idea. I like that idea.
I love that idea. I think that's actually great. You just kind of pick it. But then again, you'd get overridden, like, hey, the bucket, the thing says, let's go for Mexican. And then my wife would be like, I feel like Chinese. So I'm like, okay, we'll pop that one back in. Well, it's one last weekend.
You got to make the rule. Once you pick it, that's it. That's it. One pick.
Hey, man, I bet. It's kind of going from there. It's the last weekend before like everything kind of we'll give it a try. It's the last weekend before everything kind of happens, right? Next week is Super Bowl, Valentine's is coming up, and different kind of things are going there. So, boys, enjoy this weekend, from there. But DJ, you got a quote to take us out, brother?
That's right.
Come on,
I do. I got a great one, and it's an unknown quote, so I'm making it my quote. I love the quote though. So it's now by DJ Flores, not unknown. So if you see this anywhere and it says unknown, it's DJ. It's not unknown. No. It's so the greatest thing. First off, before I do that, obviously, guys, if anybody who is watching this, who's been religiously watching this, thank you for just from the beginning, me and Dan starting this, to Jeff and Ryan really molding this into what it's become, which is amazing. I know it's helped a ton of people. And so thank you guys seriously for what you guys do. The dedication to do this daily is tough. So seriously, it's amazing that you guys put in the dedication. But terrified of roller coasters, another one. Everybody's afraid of roller coasters. I didn't know that.
I don't know.
Quote to take us out, guys. Again, Monday through Friday, Sales Chatter Live, 9 a.m. till 9:30. Don't miss it. You don't want to miss it. Quote to take us out, take you to the weekend. The greatest things in life aren't things. Think about that.
Fact.
That one is awesome. So catch us on the replay, 12 and 3 p.m., LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We'll see you guys on Monday. We got a really, really big week for you guys next week. So with that being said, everybody, Bodacious Cowboy, DJ Flores, Ryan, have an amazing weekend, everybody. Take care.
Adios.
See ya.